Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Master Grade or MG Gym Type C Space Type. The Gym Type C, both variants have been on my list for quite a long time, and since on the Expo they were having a big major sale, a discount sale, so I decided to pick this up. Currently, I had my wisdom teeth or tooth pulled out, so I won't be able to talk in my own same fashion way. So sorry for my low voice. Anyway, let's get on to the review. As you can see, I also got one of those rotating display stands. I plan to do a certain review. I'm planning on trying to do a certain review series now on a different thing. So hopefully it will work out. Okay, so since we got that out of the way, now let's get on to the review. Let's get the turntable. What you get, of course, is the kit itself. You get, funny enough, you get two water slides and two decal sticker sheets. You get two of the each same things. You have all the basic Federation numbers and stuff, and on the dry transfers you get the Ace Pilot names and such. Also, you get a whole new set. However, the only difference is that this one comes with a white tube, while as the one you actually use is a black tube. So I'm not sure where or what this white tube is for. Okay, let's get those away. And you also get some leftover poly caps as usual. Among this, you get two beam saber effects, but I will be only demonstrating one. And you get some extra leftover parts. Well, not leftover parts, but a lot of stuff. First of all, we get its standard beam rifle, the Gym beam rifle. I'm not sure if this is the exact beam spray gun, but this is like the staple beam rifle for the Gym Type C's. You get two shield connector types. One that you can plug on. They both plug on the same area, but it depends on which area you want the shield to be, on the back or on the side. So this time I posted that I actually used the one that can be stored on the side, and you get two beam sabers. And unlike the Gym Custom, you can actually store one beam saber onto the shield. And technically, you can put two. So if you don't want to have both of the beams, if you don't want to have a beam saber on the back, you can put it in the shield and make it look like the Gym Early type. Among that, we get a small figurine of a normal random pilot. No, this is not Lieutenant Bernie or anything, it's just a random pilot. We get this gun, which I forgot the name, but it really looks like a shotgun type weapon. You can take off the front and back to make multiple machine guns, like the bullpup machine gun, or the same machine gun that the Gym Custom uses. So they all give you these pieces, which I will try to demonstrate. So beyond that, let's get on to the review. First of all, I really love the typical, no, not typical, but the classic Gym colors. I really like the red and white. Technically, it's not pure white. It has that mint white color, if you can see properly. So it's not pure white. Okay, now let's get on to the review. This is one of those cheap Master Grades, but by all means, not a bad kit. The head is exactly the same as the kit I reviewed a few weeks ago, which was the Master Grade Premium Bandai exclusive Power Gym. Since the Power Gym is based on the Gym Type C, they have the same head but in different colors. These black sections here are I colored those do not come in stickers or anything, so that's why I did that. The visor itself comes in clear, so does the head camera on the top. So what I did is to use a metallic Gundam green marker and then color the inside. However, the back side of the visor has this other dark gray piece, which doesn't really make a big difference on camera. So, and we have your typical Gym antenna. So in terms of articulation of the head, you can go down that much, up that much, and then 360. Well, if you can work your way around, it's possible. Okay, and now let's get the main body. The main body, funny thing that is, the Gym Custom was way older than this kit, but the Gym Custom is a older kit. However, this version, which came later, has less articulation than that kit, which is kind of funny. Let's look at the body. The body, these yellow vents are separate pieces. They tend to fall off easily, so I suggest you glue them on. You have the cockpit that can open up, and this kit is, unlike the Gym Custom, is based on a core block. If I can actually show you guys, there we go. We have a man. I have no idea what's going on with my camera these days. We have a core block, simple as that. So you can just plug it in, and there you go. So because of that, your articulation is kind of limited on the body. This is as far as you go, 360, unless you have nothing on the sides or fronts. It's technically possible, but I highly doubt that you'll be able to do that. The arms or shoulders do not have any articulation. There's just a peg coming out from the main body, and you just plug them in, so there's no shoulder articulation. But the arms can go to the side 90 degrees, has your typical 360 twist, and then it has a double jointed arm and your typical ball jointed hands. However, it's just so stiff that it's kind of hard to believe that these are ball jointed. And 360 should be possible if you know your way around. Once again, the only decals, or not decals, but dry transfers I use are the EFSF, my number 426, and on the shield as well. Now let's get the backpack. Oh, for those who are wondering, this is the Gym Type C has two different variants. That's normal release. This is the Space Type. There's another one that's based on the Ground Type, which is exactly the same kit but in different colors. That's as far as I know. I'm not sure if there's actually any differences, but yeah, the main mobile suit itself is the exact same build. So it's really up to your preferences. For me, I really didn't mind getting both. I might actually get the other one, but at the time at the shop they were sold out, and there was only like one of these left. So that's why I went for this. The backpack, a very simple looking backpack, very traditional classic looking backpack with a beam saver on it. Sadly, there's no hole here, so you can't like modify. If you have it, you can't just plug the other one here if you have another spare one. But for those who are used to modifications, I'm pretty sure you can pull them off. And the backpack, the thrusters can move individually, so that's a pretty nice touch if you ask me. Okay, now we've seen the body. As mentioned, since it's based on a core block, there's no ab crunch and such. Now let's look at the waist section. The waist section, pretty simple, very basic. Separate pieces that goes into front. We have some side skirts that go a lot than you think, and the back skirt does not move, and we have this section that opens up for a reason. You know what? I'll just get this right away since I forgot to mention on my last review on the Power Gym. There's this part where you store in the leftover pieces for making a different rifle. You just clip it in, and there you go. You can store that in. This thing does not come with a bazooka, so I'm not sure if this can hold it, but I believe on the Power Gym this should be the same size, so it should be technically possible. For the legs, there's no size rule because it's one of those old master grades, and so you can't go to the side that much, but you can go to the front that much. And there's some screws that you actually use in the leg, so depending on how tight you screw them up or how tightly you put them in, the bending process could be easy or could be tough. So I sort of have to control that. You only give a 90-degree bend, but a very strong leg joint. And you have your typical ball jointed feet. So that's pretty much it for the articulation or the kit itself. Very basic, and this means very basic and cheap. So this could be another good kit for those to show or give for those beginners who want to know to get a feeling on what a master grade is. This could be another good example. If you don't want to spend too much money, this could be one of those kits. Okay, now let's look at its accessories. The accessories, not too much. Let's look at the shield as usual. As mentioned, you have two options. You can use this peg to make it go to the side, or you can use the other one that can go to the back. And each arm has this hole behind its arm, so you just plug it in, and a very firm connection. And since the main shield is connected to a peg, you can rotate the shield around like that. And oddly enough, on this shield, there's another visor here. I'm not sure if this visor should be also green, but it comes in a clear piece, so that's a very good extra touch. Nothing too special on the shield itself. the fact that besides you can store a beam saber in it, there's nothing much to it. So let me just get that off. But it does have some interesting details on the inside, molded details, what I mean by that. Now let's get its beam rifle. I honestly love this design. I just like this small compact beam rifle. So this is like mostly the one I'm going to be storing with or displaying it. Since these are you only get two hands, the typical old Master Grade 1.0 hands. So you have these three moving fingers, one trigger finger, and one thumb that move individually. So these aren't the best hands, but they get the job done for this era. You can hold it in. It is a small gun, but I just really love the compactness. And there's one more thing you can actually do. There's this peg there's this folded up peg that's on that's been stored up. What you can do is on the side skirts, there's this hole here, and this is a peg. Put it in and push it down, and it latches onto the side skirt. I really love this kind of details, honestly. Okay, now let's get its other rifle. People mostly buy this kit for this gun. I honestly don't know what's the big hype for this one, but it does look really nice. I mean, since I've already built a lot of old Master Grade Jims, I've been getting the same machine guns, but to have a different looking gun is, you know, nice to have. Holds it in pretty well, but these are one of those weapons that the back of the gun has to go under the armpit. So holds it pretty well, nothing too special going on. So originally what you can do with the leftover parts is that, I'm just going to show you guys one example. You can pull this part off and then slide this in and slide this part out, and then replace it with a different part to make a different machine gun. This is the basics. This is the main basics how this works. I haven't really tested this out yet, but there's like a lot of different combinations you can use. So yeah, that's that. So you can get the long rifle, or you can make the long one, or you can use this shorter one to make a bullpup machine gun. So it's really up to you. Anyway, yeah, the last thing I should show is the beam saber. Beam saber, just plug it in and holds it very firmly. Well, it's the 1.0 hand, so you can't really expect too much from the hands. It's been an issue since, you know, ages, but now with the modern Master Grades, they're doing more better jobs on the hands. Of course, there's like a whole bunch of preferences. Some people like this, some people like individually articulate fingers, some people like the seed way. So who knows? So it holds the beam saber, doesn't fall off, at least. Anyway, that was pretty much it. Once again, this was the review of the Jim Type C Space Type. There's another variant of the brown type, which is pretty much a darker color, sand color with darker main chest piece. But yeah, they should have the same components, or maybe some weapon differences. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Master Grade Jim Type C Space Type. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.